What is up? Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Okay, watch this video, see if I'm with your vibe, and if I am with your vibe, consider subscribing. My name is DEESETURUMANE and I make videos about motherhood, lifestyle, and a little bit of fitness. Today I'm going to be telling you guys some of the things that I do to take care of my mental health. If you haven't seen my videos about recovering from depression, click the link in the description box. The playlist is over there. Just a quick rundown, a quick backtrack. I've been suffering from depression for a long time, but officially only started medication in October 2021, and I'm still on antidepressants and anxiety meds. I don't take anxiety meds every day, which is a good thing. That means like it's under control somewhat. But if I feel as though today I might have a panic attack, I do pop a pill. So sit down and let's get into what I do to take care of my mental health. Okay, so the first thing that I do to take care of my mental health is I see a therapist. It's almost March and I've been seeing her. In March will be 4 years. I've been seeing the same psychologist. She is a licensed psychologist, a clinical psychologist, and so yeah, I mean, there's so many different people or different mental health care professionals, but I particularly see a psychologist because I thought that's what I needed, and definitely was what I needed. I do know for a fact that being able to see a psychologist and being able to afford a psychologist is a huge privilege, which in itself is just mind-blowing, because being able to take care of yourself mentally should not be a privilege. Access to mental health care professionals in South Africa is very limited and is also expensive. So I'm very glad and so happy that I have access to her. I see her once a month. When I first started seeing her, I think I was seeing her like every week, and sometimes if I feel as though my life is in chaos and I need her before our next appointment, I'll just phone her up or send her a WhatsApp text to be like, yo, I need you, can you fit me in this week? And she'll say yes or no, or like just find me a space where she can fit me in. And I love talking to her. She's like that old wise owl. She's not even old, okay, but she's like a wise owl that just understands and is able to call me on my BS. Guys, she came for my throat the other time and I was like, girl, you didn't have to come at me like that. But anyways, I love her. She's so helpful. It's helpful for me to speak to her. She's so accommodating, non-judgmental. She does her work really well. She's able to identify things that I'm not able to, which is why she's there. So if you can see a psychologist, see one once a month. Will do you better than no psychologist, because you pay like $1,000 per session. So if you can afford that $1,000 or 800 Rand a session, do it. Once a month is better than nothing. If you can do twice a month, every 2 weeks, even better. But like, just get started. Otherwise, there are people who are not clinical psychologists, social workers, therapists that are not clinical psychologists that you can speak to, and I think they would charge you something less than that. Number 2 is pharmacotherapy. So I do psychotherapy with my sit down psychologist chit chat. Chit chat it minimizes our sessions, but I love to call it a chit chat just to remove the seriousness of things. Pharmacotherapy are the drugs that I take. So I take an antidepressant every morning. Oh, I try to remember to take it every morning. A friend of mine said I must get a pill box. I'm going to Dis-Chem today, so I must get a pill box. I will write it down just now. I digress. Pharmacotherapy, I take antidepressants every morning, one every morning. And then I take an anxiety pill when I need to. I don't take a full one, I take a half a one, and the most that I've taken in one day is 3 of them. Anyways, yeah, those are the 2 that I take. And I do forget sometimes to take my antidepressant, but a full day has not gone by without me taking it. So like if I say I forget, like I have a timer or an alarm that goes off at 8 in the morning to remind me, and then maybe I'll forget, oh, I'm busy with something, and then I'll only remember later on in the day, maybe at 11 o'clock in the morning, or the latest I remembered the other day was 7 p.m. because I was very anxious, and I just had to kind of think to myself, what is making me anxious? What's gone on in my day? And then I realized I forgot to take my medication. That is why I'm anxious. So yeah, that's me. I'm still on the antidepressants. I don't think I'm gonna come off of them anytime soon. There's no shame in my game. They make me feel good. They make me feel stable. They make me feel like I want to be alive. Yeah. The third thing that I have done, I spoke about this in my most recent video, is quit Instagram. So social media, not all of it, just Instagram. If I speak about social media, I'm talking about Instagram. So I use those words interchangeably, although they're not the same thing. I quit Instagram. You can watch this video. I will link it above. And my life has been better. Yo, life has been good, you know. There's no noise. Stories. This one, hey guys. Next one, hey guys. How? Hey guys. Shut the fuck up. There's no noise. I can literally hear my thoughts. I know, like, oh, like, yo, my life is in order. One of the things that makes me anxious is not knowing what's coming next in life in general. It makes me, you know. But then I spend so much time on Instagram that I forget that I have my own life to live, and then I don't plan my day for tomorrow. Then I wake up and I'm anxious because I don't know what to expect of the day. It's a train wreck. So I quit Instagram. You don't have to quit completely. I uninstalled the app. I mean, I deactivated. I disabled my account. You don't have to be as extreme as I am. Do what works for you. Maybe take a day off of Instagram every single week. Before I deactivated my account, I took a day off of Instagram every Sunday, and then it went from every Sunday to Sunday and Monday I wasn't on Instagram, and then it went from Sunday and Monday to Sunday and Monday and muting people, and then I was just like, you know what, none of this is working, so I need to deactivate my account. So a social media detox, a little hiatus from Instagram, digital minimalism. I will do another video on digital minimalism, but not today. So let's continue. So the fourth thing that I do is reading fiction books. I used to read a lot of business books and self-help books and this motivational speaker and this business coach and this business guru, but I realized that I need to escape from what's going on in my head to another reality, to a far, far away land where the problems are not mine, to a far, far away land where there are no problems, you know. So I started reading. This is the book that I'm reading right now. I did mention it in another video. I'm almost done. There's this much left. I always just get so anxious when it's almost finished. So I didn't really like this book, but I'll speak about it in another video. I'm gonna go back to reviewing books, and this time it's going to be fiction books. I do review the books that I read on TikTok. You'll find my TikTok linked in the description box. But I'm loving it now. Now that it's almost over, I'm loving it. It sort of took a while to get into it. But this is just a form of escapism. And when I first started reading, so the first book I read was in December. The first fiction book that I read was in December. And it was a true crime type of book. And I thought, you know, this is the type of stuff that I like. But I realized that I actually like different things for different times. Yes, I do love true crime, but it plays with my mind a little bit too much. So something like this, or Clara and the Sun. The next book that I'm going to read is going to wreck my life. I'm going to read Girl in Pieces, but I'm here for it. So yeah, just read. You know, I'd sit on my bed with this little blanket. I can't reach it. This one here was given to me by my mother when I got on a plane and decided to hop on over to France. and I sit there with my tea, and sometimes I'll have like a biscuit. There's always cake around me. I mean, croissant, cake, biscuit, tea, blanket, book. All I'm missing is my cashmere jersey or sweat top. So I want to give myself a cute cashmere sweat top for my 30th birthday, and I'm gonna be sitting with my cashmere and coffee and book and blanket. Yeah. The next thing that I do is go to the gym. This one is a little bit like touch and go. It's a sore spot for me, you know. Firstly, I've been recovering from tendonitis in my thumb, and it's been a really long time. Like, I still wake up with a lot of pain in my thumb, and then it sort of just goes away. By the time I've dropped Zion off at school, like 7:30, it's gone away, and I wake up at 6 o'clock. So I haven't been going to the gym that much. If I go, I walk on the stair mill, listen to music, scroll TikTok, and it's making me a little bit sad that I haven't been able to lift weights a lot. But that's also just a form of escapism for me, like reading. But it's nice for me now because I'm not so focused on what my body looks like. I'm not doing it necessarily for the aesthetics. I'm doing it for the fact that it's helping my brain, you know, the endorphins, the feel-good hormones, blah de blah de blah, the ones that I can take in a pill for. No, I'm joking. Don't listen to me. But yeah, the ones that can take in a pill for. But you know, it's nice if your body can do things by itself, all of that jazz. So I'm looking forward to the day that I can lift weights again. I'm a little bit scared, obviously, because I need my thumb to hold weights, and this little thing is not very strong right now. I do have a brace for it, a splint for it, but I don't wear it very often. So going to the gym sometimes, I'll say I go about 3 times a week, which is more than enough for me. Next, I journal. My journal's actually sitting right here. I journal. It's a big journal, okay? My journaling, there's no method to it really. I just pick up the book, write down my thoughts. Some days, like this morning when I journaled, some of the questions that came to mind was, what did I do this week that I'm proud of? And there are 4 points there. I made sourdough focaccia, I made croissants, I made lots of sales, yes, and I read my book. How am I going to take care of myself this weekend? Read my book, have a little sheet mask session. I haven't done a mask in a while. And what am I excited for this weekend is seeing Zion, reading and serving my clients. I also wrote a little something. I don't write, I'm not a writer, I'm a reader. But this just came up out of nowhere about how I made croissants from scratch. So that's fun. I also have, I don't want you to read what's in my journal, so I'm just going to do this. But I also have like little stickers like this that I put, it's like a little high five to myself. You know, in school we used to get stickers if you did a good job. So I'm saying, bitch, you're doing a good job to myself by putting a sticker. They're little unicorns that look like this. Oh, how cute. So that little castle that I had next to the things that I wrote about, like reflecting on my week and thinking about the weekend and what I'm gonna do, is like, bitch, you doing a good job. You know, I made a lot of sales. I'm building the kingdom. I'm building my kingdom, okay? I'm building my kingdom. So that little castle is just a reminder that I'm that girl. I'm an it girl, and I'm building the life that I want for myself. And these little unicorns, like, you see how they're like little, like frolicking, hopping about. Like I'll put them there if I'm like, yeah, I'm over the moon, jumping for joy. And then there's like a little cupcake. I'm like, oh, you deserve a cupcake. Although I get to eat one like almost every day. Or like, shining girl, you're shining, you know. Yeah, so those are my stickers and my journal. And I don't journal every day, so today is the 11th of Feb, and before then I journaled on the 6th. So once a week maybe is how I journal, or if I really feel like I need to get my thoughts out onto a piece of paper, then I do that. Because when I can see them, if I can just spew my thoughts out onto a piece of paper and read it back, it just sort of makes sense to me. I don't know how to explain this. My therapist said journaling is like therapy without the therapist there. So yeah, she's very right, because I'm talking to myself and it sort of just makes sense. It's like the paper talks back to me and makes sense to me. And lastly, to take care of my mental health, I say no. It's that simple. I don't know why I say no to is. I used to find saying no so hard. You know, I think maybe it's because we were raised, and when I say we, I mean like black people, black millennials, were raised to believe that saying no is mean, or you're a horrible person if you're mean, and you must always say yes, especially to older people. Older people don't deserve shit. I didn't just say that out loud. Yeah, but now I say no with my chest. I say no. I'm not doing that. I'm not coming. No thank you. That doesn't sit well with me right now. So or like if I feel like someone is projecting their stuff onto me, I'm just like, that sounds like a you problem. You know, like, why are you putting that on me? So setting boundaries really is just that what it is. Like, no, that's I always say this to my therapist. She'll be like, and how did you feel when this person said this to you? I'm just like, no, that's a you thing. It's not a me thing. Like, I'm very, she always says this to me, I'm very good at identifying when people are projecting onto me. So I'm just like, that sounds like a you problem, or that's a you thing. That's not really a me thing. Or no, I hear what you're saying, but that doesn't quite align with my brand. It's such a good feeling. I love it. So say no. Just say no to people. Just say no. I'm gonna give you some little scripts, okay? Here's some things that you can say, you know, to say no. Simple. 1, no. It's a full sentence, doesn't need an explanation. 2, no thank you. 3, that sounds like a you problem. 4, that's more of a you thing than a me thing. 5, that doesn't align with my brand, so thank you but no thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Those will come in handy. I know they come in handy for me. So yeah, those are the things that I do to look after my mental health. I started with psychotherapy and pharmacotherapy because those are the things, okay, they all work together, but like those are like the foundational things for me. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video. If this was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with somebody that may need help. I know we're all struggling. I'm no expert. I'm just sharing with you what's been working for me. Take a little bit of my this, mix it with a little bit of your that, and see what's working. So all the things that I mentioned are things that I really feel like I can sustain, and they are sustainable. I am not spreading myself thin. I'm not trying to burn myself out. But I enjoy them. They're sustainable and they're helpful. So there's that. Please do subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.